What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at second in form Depay. He is the Dutch centre forward, and this is another upgrade for him. And unfortunately for anybody that decided let's do his player of the month, or his player moments, in fact, he was also an 87, and it's so annoying that they do this. They bring out a player moment which is not it's not a performance based SBC or card, sorry. And yet they still bring out the 87 in form. I really don't understand why we haven't got a second in form 88 rated Depay. It makes no sense that they've given you an SBC off their own back and then given you an inform the exact same rating, tradable. Yes, he is more expensive right now, but more than likely will drop down to the value lower than that player moment. So big rip to anyone who's done that. Unfortunately, it's just how it comes. We've seen Aspas get a player of the month this month. So anyone who did his storyline or picked his storyline has now missed out on having the highest rated Aspas, which again, it's part of the game, it develops. It's just more annoying that it's the same card. So let me know down below, did you do Depay's 87 player moments? So if we do go into Depay's card, then he is a 5-star skiller, 3-star weak foot, so it's a bit annoying, but I mean, as in he's got the skill moves at the very, very minimum. Obviously, we would like the 4-star weak foot, just as that kind of like that backup, the lovely left foot that we need of him. But he is right-footed, 5'9", with a high attacking work rate, low defensive, and then obviously he is a more of a stocky build, so an interesting card. He's got great pace, 88, can't complain one bit. We've got 86 shooting, I think that definitely could do with some work. Why? I think hunter, finisher, maybe even an engine if you're playing him more as a cam centre forward kind of style. But I think for me, I'd definitely go with that finisher, taking his shooting up to 95 and then taking his dribbling up to 93. That for me is an absolute winner. Obviously you could go with a hunter to get 98 pace. I just think then you miss out on some dribbling, to be honest. We do only have 80 composure, which in the part of this game, I was saying it right from the beginning, for the first 3 months you can kind of get away with like 80 to 85, and then you need higher and higher. As we go forward into team of the year, 80 no longer will be acceptable. It'll be more 85 and then up into the 90s during team of the season, because cards, they evolve. We get better cards, we get more special cards, and they get better stats. For me, 80 composure is a bit on the lower side, but in terms of everything that he's got, he's not awful in terms of a well-rounded kind of centre forward, really. It's strange because he doesn't strike me as more of a striker. He strikes me as like a cam centre forward, literally. Normally Depay is more of a kind of goal scorer, if anything, but this card is going to be perfect in that cam role. Obviously the weak foot's going to be a bit of a letdown, but everything else is absolutely wonderful. So you could even potentially go with a Deadeye instead. Obviously that would turn him into a 92 cam with 94 shooting and 93 passing. But let's jump into some gameplay and see what Depay did. So if we look at what Depay can do, honestly, he's quite a little bit of a tricky player. We see a couple of little skill moves. Yes, I don't get every single shot off, and sometimes it's just the player. Like, we get some good shots, we take a lovely little turn there, skip past the defender, and then it's just a kind of like it's almost like a top hit with him, and then we go again, lovely pass, great instincts on him, and it's his reactions, absolutely wonderful to see. It's a lovely little through ball. We see it again to Maradona, who is going to try and find him one more, but instead goes for that finesse. Depay didn't make that run quick off, and also a nice little kind of trait from him. He's actually not awful at heading, not the greatest, but I mean, as in, he definitely does his work. Again, double header, unfortunately doesn't manage to get the goal there, but he managed to out-head Marquinhos twice, as then we get a little scorpion kick. Yes, it's round the keeper, we get that, but it's still a nice little bit of movement here. We get this guy here. I'm thinking, you know what, let's try a little bit of dribbling out, see what it's all about, because obviously the left stick dribble inside the box is very triggering. As you can see, I'm already getting pretty annoyed with it, and with Depay, easy penalty, can't complain one bit. And the only way to kind of really annoy an opponent off even more is to Panenka it. It's just what it had to be, really. But overall, I thought it was a nice card, scored some nice goals. That's about it. So if we do go into the overall then, I personally don't know why on Xbox he's so much more expensive. I feel like that is a glitch, and he may be less, but I've not been able to get back onto the Xbox before doing this review, so I've just gone with that value. 389, I feel like he's going to be more 250, 220, like the PlayStation, unless like there's just no cards been packed. But 220 on the 228 on the PlayStation. If we look at his 86, it's dropped down to 100. So I could probably say this card's going to be under 200 as well, which means his player moments will actually be more expensive with very, very little upgrades on it. I think for me it is an L, but I mean, how are you meant to know? You don't know that he's going to get another inform, that it's going to be the exact same rating. And more than likely, we've done, last year we did Messi's Player of the Month. Literally 4 months later, he manages to get his second. It's just one of them things. It is just more annoying that it is the exact same rating. I'd have been more happy if he got an 88 and was just laughing about it. But in general, I think he's a nice card. He works well with a lot of players. Obviously, being Dutch, quite a few nice links, especially with the icons. He's got a lot of players that he can kind of go with. But overall, I'd be happy with him as a red pick. I think him, Griezmann, and who was the last one? We did Royce. I think most definitely would be a nice kind of trio there. If we do look at the team of the week, I think Griezmann, like I say, Royce, Depay, I think that would be, and Navas obviously being 89, why not? It could be fodder later on down the line. Obviously we've got a bit of Kent down there. Parejo could be fodder, Volland's fodder. I think literally them three would be the better players that will actually play friendlies for me or objectives, but I think Navas would be nice for fodder in the long run, or a PSG setup. I'm really not too fussed about what he actually does, but I think an 89 Navas might be quite nice. And we are doing 2 more reviews. We're doing Navas, and we are also doing big boy Hakimi 86, as he is an upgraded one to watch. But Depay overall, I think he's dropped down now. Look, yeah, 305k. Obviously Footbin must have been glitching out, so that price is wrong, so he more than likely will drop down to about, I'll probably say about 180, 170 by the weekend at some point. Overall nice ratings. Yes, Composure's a little bit off. We haven't got the 4-star weak foot. If we do go with like Deadeye, you can see the stats. Finisher, obviously down below is Hunter and Engine is the 2 top ones. 98 pace, 93 shooting, or you go with the ultimate kind of pace, dribbling and passing, which for me, I just need a bit more shooting. I feel like because he's going to be kind of like a goal scorer for me, I feel like finishing, Deadeye, or even Hunter would be the ones I'd go for. In terms of generations, obviously he's got quite a mad one from FIFA 13 in PSV. He makes then his move in FIFA 15 to Manchester United, where then he has a couple of seasons, nothing really too amazing. It was kind of during the kind of real down period of Man U, and unfortunately he does depart us on not the greatest terms. I feel like we did that with quite a few of them players that came through that era, Di Maria being one of them, and then obviously Mkhitaryan, who, to be honest, I don't think he left on bad terms, but I feel like we could have done more for these players. We kind of brought them in hoping they were just going to change the team and then kind of like just take us to new heights, and unfortunately it's not like that. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort and a lot of playing to actually get them integrated into the squad, and Depay unfortunately wasn't given a lot of chances. Like, he was given chances, but I think he wasn't given a fair chance, and he's smashing it early on. He's managed to get quite a few informs over the years, obviously a team of the season, a flashback in 19, and hopefully as he continues to get more informs this year, he does manage to get himself a team of the season centre forward. Probably like 94, 95 would be absolutely incredible. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, mate, just smash that like button. We're going to be trying out Hakimi next, and then Navas to finish off on the day for the 5 reviews before we get rewards. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get too much in terms of rewards, just because I didn't finish Foot Champs over the weekend last weekend, so we will go back to it with a bang this weekend. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.